Have you ever wondered why you keep screwing up? Why you make the same bad choices over and over? You pick the wrong partner, blow your money, or skip that workout again. It's not just you. There's a hidden force messing with your brain, and it's scarier than you think. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on why you keep making bad decisions. And trust me, once you see this, you'll never look at your choices the same way again. Let's start with a question. What's the one thing you regret doing or not doing last week? Maybe you said yes to something you should have dodged, or you ignored that gut feeling screaming, "Don't do it." We've all been there. You're not alone. Studies show 80% of people admit to making at least one bad decision every single week. That's not a coincidence. There's a reason your brain keeps tripping you up. Picture this. You're at a party and someone offers you a drink. You know you've got an early morning tomorrow. You know you shouldn't, but you take it anyway. Why? Your brain's wired to chase instant rewards. It's called the dopamine trap. Dopamine, that feel-good chemical, hijacks your decision-making. It screams, "This feels good now," and it drowns out the part of you that knows better. Think about it. Every time you scroll TikTok for hours, eat that extra piece of pizza, or buy something you don't need, dopamine's running the show. It's like your brain's a toddler grabbing candy at the store. It wants what it wants, now. And here's the scary part. You're not even aware it's happening. Neuroscientists say your brain makes 90% of its decisions on autopilot. That's right, 90%. You're not driving the car half as much as you think.
Let me tell you a story. I had a friend named Jake. Smart guy, great job, awesome girlfriend, but Jake had a problem. He kept gambling his money away. Every Friday, he'd hit the casino, chasing that rush. He'd tell himself, "This time I'll stop." But he never did. In 1 year, Jake lost $10,000. His girlfriend left. His savings? Gone. Why did Jake keep making those choices? Because his brain was hooked on the thrill. Dopamine was his puppet master. Here's where it gets wild. Even successful people fall into this trap. Take someone like Elon Musk. The guy's a genius, right? Built Tesla, SpaceX, changed the world. But even he's admitted to making impulsive calls, like tweeting something that tanks his stock. If a billionaire can't escape this, what chance do you have? The truth is, no one's immune. Your brain's wired the same way. So what's the real problem? It's not just dopamine. It's something called cognitive bias. Your brain takes shortcuts to make decisions faster. Sounds efficient, right? Wrong. Those shortcuts are like GPS glitches sending you off a cliff. One of the worst culprits? The confirmation bias. You only see what fits your story. You think, "I'm good with money," so you ignore the credit card debt piling up. Or you believe, "This person's perfect," so you overlook their red flags. Let's break it down. Confirmation bias makes you blind to the truth. You cherry-pick evidence that supports what you already believe. Ever argued with someone who just won't budge? That's confirmation bias in action. And it's not just them, it's you too. Studies from Harvard show people are 60% more likely to stick with a bad decision if it aligns with their beliefs. That's why you keep dating the same type of toxic person, or why you stick with a job that's killing your soul. But wait, it gets worse. There's another bias called the sunk cost fallacy. Ever stayed in a bad relationship because you've already put in so much time? Or kept pouring money into a failing project because you didn't want to waste what you spent? That's the sunk cost fallacy. Your brain tricks you into thinking, "I've gone this far, I can't quit now," even when quitting is the smartest move. Businesses fail because of this. Marriages crumble. People waste years chasing a losing bet. Let's talk about Sarah. Sarah was a rising star at her company. She worked 80-hour weeks. chasing a promotion. She ignored her health, her friends, her family. Why? She thought, I've sacrificed so much already, I can't stop now. 2 years later, she got the promotion. But she also got a stress-related illness and a divorce. The sunk cost fallacy cost her everything. Sound familiar? What are you holding on to that's dragging you down? Here's the scary reason you keep making bad decisions. Your brain is built to prioritize short-term wins over long-term gains. It's not your fault, it's evolution. Thousands of years ago, survival meant grabbing food, shelter, or safety right now. Your ancestors didn't have time to weigh pros and cons. They acted fast or died. But today, that same wiring makes you impulse buy, procrastinate, or stick with bad habits. Your brain's stuck in caveman mode. And society's not helping. Social media, ads, even your friends, they're all feeding your dopamine addiction. Think about it. Every like on Instagram, every sale notification, every "you deserve this" ad, it's designed to keep you hooked. Companies spend billions to exploit your brain's weaknesses. They know you'll click, swipe, or buy if it feels good now. You're not just fighting your brain, you're fighting a world built to keep you trapped. So how do you break free? First, you need to wake up. Awareness is your superpower. Start noticing when you're chasing that quick hit of dopamine. Before you make a choice, ask yourself, is this me talking, or is it my brain's toddler throwing a tantrum? Pause, breathe, give your rational brain a second to catch up. Here's a trick. It's called the 10-10-10 rule. Before you decide, ask, how will this feel in 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 years? That drink at the party feels great in 10 minutes, but in 10 months, you're still recovering from a bad decision. In 10 years, you're kicking yourself for not thinking straight. This rule forces your brain to zoom out and see the big picture. Next, challenge your biases. When you're sure you're right, stop. Ask, what am I missing? What's the evidence I'm ignoring? If you're stuck in a bad job, don't just think, it's fine, I'm used to it. List the reasons it's not fine. Be brutally honest. Write it down. Studies show writing helps you bypass confirmation bias by forcing you to face the facts. And here's a game changer. Get an outside perspective. Your brain's too close to the problem. Talk to someone you trust, someone who'll call you out. When Jake, the gambler, finally opened up to his brother, it was a wake-up call. His brother didn't sugarcoat it. He said, "You're throwing your life away." That hurt, but it saved Jake. He got help, quit gambling, and rebuild his life. Who's your truth teller? Find them. Another pro tip, delay the decision. Your brain's impulsive side hates waiting, so make it wait. If you're about to buy something you don't need, sleep on it. If you're about to send that angry text, give it an hour. Research shows even a 10-second pause can cut impulsive decisions by 40%. Time is your brain's kryptonite. Use it. Now let's talk about proof. This isn't just me talking. Science backs this up. A 2023 study from Stanford found that people who practiced mindfulness, pausing and reflecting before acting, made 25% better decisions. Another study from MIT showed that people who questioned their biases were 30% less likely to repeat bad choices. This stuff works. It's not theory, it's fact. But here's the catch. Knowing this isn't enough. You have to act. Right now, your brain's already trying to talk you out of changing. It's saying, this is too hard, or I'll start tomorrow. That's the dopamine trap again. Don't fall for it. The difference between people who succeed and those who don't. Action. Successful people don't just think, they do. So what's one bad decision you're making right now?
Maybe it's staying in a toxic relationship. Maybe it's procrastinating on your dreams. Maybe it's ignoring your health. Whatever it is, you can change it. You're not a victim of your brain. You can rewire it. Every time you pause, reflect, and choose differently, you're training your brain to work for you, not against you. Let's wrap this up with a challenge. Today, pick one decision you've been avoiding, something small. Maybe it's skipping that extra coffee, or finally starting that project. Use the 10-10-10 rule. Write down the pros and cons, talk to someone you trust, then act. Do it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because every time you make a better choice, you're one step closer to the life you want. Here's the truth. You're not doomed to keep making bad decisions. You're not broken. Your brain's just running on outdated software. Update it. Start now. The scary reason you keep messing up, it's your brain's wiring. But the power to change, that's all you. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with more people who need it. And if you want more tips to take control of your life, subscribe and ring the bell. You don't want to miss what's coming next. What's one bad decision you're going to stop making today? Drop it in the comments. Let's hold each other accountable. See you in the next one.